Hi, everyone. This is a Back to Joy show. My name is Paul Raphael. I write books, I teach spirituality, and I also teach yoga. Welcome to being here with me today are my, again, delightful, scrumptious co-hosts, Sarah Love.
Hi there.
So, who are you, Sarah Love?
Oh, yes. Who am I? Who am I today? I am Sarah Love, and I work with angels and Angel Intuitive and help people find their spirit guides and how to connect with them with ease and grace.
Beautiful.
And who are you?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. My name's Jamie Smith. I am a certified law of attraction coach and a spiritual comedian. And I love to help people to really connect to their passion, their joy, and their dreams by teaching you easy to apply law of attraction tips to your life with ease and joy.
Yeah, baby. So today the theme is how to attract your joy tribe. Or you could also say how to attract your soul tribe or your soul pod. In essence, it's all the same. Why? Because your joy tribe or your soul tribe is in essence those people with whom you feel completely and exactly who you are. You feel that you are loved, you are supported, and they truly want your best. They truly want for you to be, and in essence, to be unconditionally who you are. And that is, I would say, that is something that is very difficult for many of us because not many of us grew up in around surroundings where we could be ourselves fully, where we were allowed to be ourselves fully, and usually, personally, I would say that those soul tribes, if you will, are people with whom you feel, finally people can see me. Finally, people can understand who I am. Finally, they can truly feel what I'm feeling. And there is that part where you don't have to justify yourself. You don't have to over-explain yourself. You can simply say, hey, this is who I am. And they see you and they accept you and they support you. So I would say that right now it's essential for humanity that people are truly surrounding themselves with their soul tribe, with their joy tribe, because the world needs to elevate the vibration. When we see again what happened 2 days ago with that crazy event and the massacre, that's when we realize that we really need to shift the vibe, because there is truly a need for all of us to recognize that we are all human beings, irrespective of our creed, irrespective of our religion, irrespective of the race, the gender. We are all in this together. We are all human beings, and it is so important that we can truly show and let people know that that's the reality. The truth is we are all human beings. So Jamie will share with us today some very concrete tools and tips on how to attract your soul tribe, how to attract those people that with whom, again, you feel that you are yourself. You feel that you don't have to put on a mask. You don't have to put on, this sort of happy face. You can just be yourself, and being yourself means also that you feel that you're being loved, you're being supported, you're being uplifted. And many people, I feel, somehow don't really know what that means, or never really truly experience that, because many of us live in societies where it's a rat race. It's a rat race, and you can't be yourself. You always somehow fear or want something from people, typically, and that's the part where when you're with your soul tribe, you don't have to fear, or you don't have to want something from that person. You can simply enjoy their company, and vice versa. So,
yeah, no, I just wanted to read a quote. I love this. Tony Robbins. Who you spend time with is who you become.
I love that.
Right?
I love that.
So it's important. And I remember hearing Steve Harvey, the comedian, saying, if you hang around 7 smokers, you gonna be the 8th. That's true.
It is true.
Really. You hang around 7 smokers, you will be the 8th.
Yeah.
So, who you hanging around? You know what I mean? Who are you hanging around? Are you hanging around with people who lift you higher? And Mastin Kipp, founder of The Daily Love, just did a video about this too the other day. And he says, my great wish is that you find your soul tribe. He listed 4 things. He said exactly what you said. Where you fit in, where you belong, where you are seen, where you are loved, and where you are recognized. And you are worthy of these things. And so we are going to welcome in your soul tribe. And just so you know, it may not happen, but I may need to pop out momentarily. Somebody's here to fix my floors. But we are going to do this amazing exercise together.
Yes.
Together, a group exercise called the Clarity Through Contrast. There's a worksheet here. We're going to do it together. This is an exercise. We are going to piggyback today we'll use today's show as a bridge from last week's show of the Law of Attraction. We're going to now use it to see how you can actually apply it in a practical way to literally attracting what you want, including a soulful community of like-minded friends.
Yes. And what's important as well to realize is that, some people say that you are the sum or the addition of your 4 or 5 closest friends. That's who you are. Isn't that interesting? And again, soul tribe doesn't mean that you need to be in that community with zillions of people. No. For me, your soul tribe, mean that you somehow can surround yourself with those individuals that are truly there to allow you to be who you are, and with whom you can really feel that you are being seen and you are being heard. And for me, when I started my spiritual shift, my soul community was Eckhart Tolle. That was him, and that was the retreats I was going to.
That's huge.
That was, and even though I didn't know about those people, I didn't know about their life, I didn't know about, who they were, I just felt that I was at home. Simply by going to those retreats, by going to those gatherings, I could just feel that, finally, I'm surrounded by people that hear what I'm hearing, that are truly, on that same level, heart-wise. And it felt just like this huge bath of love, of rejuvenation, of brotherhood and sisterhood, and it didn't mean that, because still I was my spiritual awakening was quite a lone path, if you will, because I would speak to my very close friends about it, but they at times they would gently smile at what I would say, and at times I feel like they were like, what is he talking about, so so it was truly that those moments where I could, I felt like yes, and then I would listen to a lot of retreats, I would listen to a lot of talks that Eckhart would give, or I would go on YouTube and look for for spiritual talks, and that to me was how I created my soul tribe. So it doesn't necessarily mean at first that you have to have those people around you physically.
That's a good point.
It can also be
online communities.
Yes, online communities, and again, you don't necessarily need to be in a place where those people very very intimately. It can also be those people with whom you feel that, there is, you share a common vision. You have a shared vision of yes, of being yourself, of values, of visions. And for me, as I started to go more and more to those retreats, that's when I started to meet those people with whom, I could get their details. And then gradually, we started those friendships, and those friendships didn't have to be like those very intimate friendships. No, those friendships were people that I would see maybe, 3 times a year, but we would keep the contact. And every time we would have a conversation, I felt like, we are completely on the same wavelength. And anytime they would give me some piece of advice, those were very profound. And I would say for you as well, who is listening, that after the exercise, I really invite you to truly ask yourself, okay, what are those values that are important for me? What are those values that are important for me? And in my case, it was my spiritual awakening, and it was through, those retreats that I gradually realized I'm not alone, and I could, eventually attract, those people around me. So the same thing happened between Sarah and I. We both did a life coaching program, and when we got there in Maui, it just felt like, oh my God, finally we're meeting some people that we feel are part of the pod,
Yeah.
And it, even though we didn't know about each other, but we just instantly felt that feeling of being safe and being able to express who you are without the fear of being judged. And that's the other thing I would say that is so paramount and important. And I'm sure we're going to do this with the exercise. But it is key to realize that whenever you feel fear around people, you need to run. because in essence, that means that you're being controlled, or you're being in a space where you are judged. And true soul tribe never judges you. A true soul tribes always see you for who you are. And it is critical to bring awareness to your feelings when you are those people, because whenever you feel, that contraction in your heart, whenever you feel that you are being judged, whenever you feel that somehow you cannot truly express who you are with ease and grace and joy, that's when you need to ask yourself, okay, why am I feeling this? And if it is truly your soul tribe, if it is truly a soul friend, then you'll be able to open up the discussion and have that conversation in a very open-heartedly way, as opposed to fearing to have that conversation with that person, because you fear that you're fearing, in essence, you're frightened that, you're going to be judged again. Okay? So, Sarah, what is your experience with finding your soul tribe? And
I have a question. I have a question for Sarah too. What do you do if you can't go to Maui? Like, would it be?
Yeah. Right. You make it happen. It's so worth it. Now I feel like it's a journey, one, we're trying to figure out who we are, and who am I? And, even I said it this morning. And it's just finding who that person is. And the more that we take off the layers of who we're not, then the more it feels like it's centers in on who our actual soul tribe is. And we may even find that our soul tribe, there were people around us that we weren't maybe as close to at that time who begin to become closer.
Absolutely.
Some that become more distant too.
Or that too.
That too.
And then I've been learning to differentiate between those who we call friends and those should be called clients. Because as people who are empaths, we want to help and heal everybody. So
yes,
take in the wounded soul and call them our friends, when actually really they are more of, we're trying to help them grow and more of a client-based relationship.
Right.
Yes. Beautiful. Yes.
Yeah, and I agree. I think your soul tribe you can hang out with, you can be yourself with, no masks on, and ultimately someone that loves you unconditionally as you are, and vice versa. You know, you're able to hold that space. So yeah, I don't think you have to go to Maui. I think setting that intention that, you know, I want to meet my soul tribe and have them, you know, come to me. That's something I've definitely been putting out the last few years. And slowly it's been, you know, coming in, seeing who's in my life now, and also attracting. You know,
how did you, so what I'm curious about, you know, the practical side of it, it's like, how did you meet? Do you have, I mean, we have each other, you know, online and whatever, virtually, which is phenomenal and uplifting. Do you have people in your own community that are what you would consider soul tribe, or is it mostly online for you, or do you have both? Or
both. Christelle's on the line here. She's one of them.
Oh, great. She's in your own town.
Yeah. And
That's
we've
nice.
we've met each other through work, and
Yeah.
it was something where I could always be myself and vice versa. And it's just maintained that entire time. Can you not hear me?
Yeah,
yes,
there's somebody else that just
you.
joined us.
Yes,
Hello to the person that just joined us
exactly.
via phone. Hi.
Yes.
And so yeah, but yeah, and then I have people, you know, locally here that I've met within the last couple of years as well, and then also online, you know, and doing the different, like the Facebook groups have been really interesting. Just kind of, you know, selecting groups that would kind of call out for me has been helpful, and meeting people through there. And it's kind of interesting. So exactly like the life coaching certification, I was like, I'm going to be a life coach and this is what I'm going to do. And then I ended up meeting such beautiful people. And then also the angel certification, then I met, you know, more beautiful people from that. So that's where it's like, it is an unfolding journey.
Totally.
And we can really, I think, just putting out that intention. And I did the Marie Folio B School for the intention of marketing. And I probably met more of my soul tribe through that versus the marketing side.
Wow.
Isn't that interesting?
Good testimonial.
I know.
No, seriously, it's great.
Yes.
That's so awesome.
Yes.
What's interesting, and then sometimes, like you said too, and it's happened to me, that sometimes you can have a relationship and they can sort of go south. And so sometimes somebody can be in a fear-based relationship. For me, my aha moment, I woke up this morning and it was like, one of my relationships started to become fear-based, and I was starting to match that vibration. And so it's so important to really, the thing is, once you connect with a soul tribe, then you just can't go back. Like, you just can't go back. And hey, Madhu.
Hey, Madhu. Hello.
He's another one.
Another soul tribe here with us today. So what can happen is sometimes we say, oh, this person is bringing me down if they're in a fear, but really we're just matching their vibration. So that's why who you hang around is who you become. And so it's important to ask yourself, you know, what you want. We're going to do an exercise, group exercise, a very practical exercise to help you literally get really, really clear on what you want. This exercise is good for anything in your life that you want to attract: your ideal partner, your ideal house, your ideal career. Today, we're going to be using it for your ideal soul tribe. So you might want to get a pen and a paper.
Yes.
We are going to do this as a generic exercise, and then your homework is to do it at home.
Yes.
So do you want to do it now, or do you want to do it later?
Yes, we can do it now. One of the things I would love to emphasize is the power of writing. You know, there is no such a thing that replaces, you know, the power of truly, you know, put it down on paper. You know, what is it that you want to get clarity, you know, upon? Because we know we have those two parts. I would say there's a third part, but for the purpose of the talk, I would say, or there is those two parts. There is your conscious part, you know, that you know we're actively talking here and understanding, you know, with our cognizance, you know, what is going on. But there is also the subconscious part, and the writing addresses both parts. You know, so the talk will mainly, you know, address the conscious part. But as you write, there is, you know, subconsciously with your brain, really that I would say that cognizance as well that happens there. So whenever as well you have a gratitude journal, or whenever you want to set up your goals, the act of writing, the act of bringing this, on paper is really, is very powerful, because it addresses as well the subconscious part of it all. So that's, just sidebar. So the exercise is called clarity through contrast. Go.
So, oh, she's there. Okay, she's. Oh, there she is. Okay, so this is the clarity. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of paper, and if you don't have it, it's okay. You can watch later on. But you just draw a line down the middle, and on the left you write contrast, okay, and underneath you write don't like. So contrast is just anything that doesn't feel good. That's basically what contrast is, okay. And then on the right hand side you write clarity, or do like, or do want, okay? At the very top of the page, you put my ideal blank. So this is where you get to fill in the words so that they resonate with you. I put my ideal soulful community of friends. You can put my ideal soul tribe, my ideal
joy tribe,
whatever you want to call it, okay? So we're going to do this exercise as generic, like just thinking about the qualities, and they might be yours too, but like we're just going to do this as a sort of generic exercise, and then we're going to talk about specific ways we're going to use the 3-step deliberate attraction process that we talked about last week. Do you remember what it was? Step 1 is you've got to identify what you want. This is the tool,
which is a tool
to help you, and then we're going to talk about step 2 and step 3, right. So you can actually allow it more. Okay, so like I said, my aha moment this morning was like I had a little bit of contrast happening, which was some fear in one of my relationships, and I realized I just want love. I want love. It has to be loving community. Anyway, so let's start there. So let's go to the contrast again. This is we're just going to do. So you write what you want to do is ideally write 10 and 10 on each side. But we're just going to do, for time's sake, we're just going to go over 4, and then you can fill this out as your home play exercise, because I don't like the word homework. All right. So what is one thing you wouldn't like in a group of friends? Let's write it up here on the contrast. What's one thing? Anybody?
Judgments.
Judgmental friends. So number 1, judgmental.
Yes.
Friends. Great.
I think it probably covers it all, right? I mean,
what is one other quality? What is one other quality you wouldn't like in a friend, a soulful friend?
Mean.
Number 2, mean.
I'll stop responding now. I can give you a list. No.
Yeah, just go back and see what kind of friends didn't work for you.
Right. Yeah. Hold please. Yeah.
What else?
Shallow friendships.
Sorry.
Shallow friendships.
Shallow friendships.
Yes.
Number 3, shallow. And let's do one more. So you're writing it down on the left.
Jealousy.
Jealous friends. Jealous.
Because let me tell you this, there's a lot of jealous people around.
There are.
So
okay, so now what you do, so imagine now you just keep going and going. There's room for 10 on this page, but if you get 100, you get 100. Yes. And you just go until it's out, okay?
Right.
So again, contrast is in your life. It's a gift. It's essential because it's showing you what you don't want. Anything, like I said, I had a relationship with a bit of fear, doesn't feel good. I realize I want loving communication, right? So that would be there would be fear.
Yeah, what about yours?
I would be right. Number 5 would be fear-based.
Okay.
Griselda's adding one of negative friends too.
Okay, so number 6, we got 6 negative, beautiful.
Let's go all the way 10 if
okay, if anybody else has any more, go ahead. Negative friends. This is a great exercise. By the way, this exercise, I used it to attract my ideal apartment. You can use it for any area of your life after. I know a realtor who uses this with his clients. Brilliant. He's like, okay, so what kind of house do you not want? And what do you want? And then the clients attract the house for themselves.
Beautiful.
This works. Hashtag this shit works. Okay. We're allowed to swear on the show. Anyways.
Totally fine.
Anything else? We got 6 here.
Yes.
Okay, so I think you get the point.
Yes.
So let's go. What you do then is when you've done it, you go back up, okay? And now we go to number 1. And this you can also do with a friend too, like if they're wanting to attract their ideal mate, or you can actually do an interview like, okay, so I'm going to, let's say I was doing this with you. I would say, okay, so Paul, you don't want judgmental friends. What do you want? You asked the reset question. Remember the reset question? So what do you want? What do you want?
I want accepting friends.
Accepting friends. So number 1, accepting friends.
Or understanding.
And understanding.
Kind.
Yes.
And
Oh,
kind.
yeah.
So
please.
accepting, understanding, and kind at the top of number 1. Great. Now what you do is, and don't judge my writing, okay? Is go over to the left and you cross it out, because basically what this means is if you don't have this yet, it's because you're giving more energy, attention, and focus to this part. You're giving more, and so you just want to give no more attention, energy, and focus. Just you cross it out, gone, done, no more, done. Okay, so Sarah, number 2 is mean. You don't want mean friends. What do you want?
Loving friends.
Loving friends,
Yes.
same thing. Loving
Yes.
friends, great.
Kind,
It's okay
yes.
if you repeat it. Okay. And again, what do we do over here?
Cross it out.
Cross it out. Number 3, Mirdu, we don't want shallow friends. What do you want?
Meaningful.
Meaningful. Oh, beautiful. I got goosebumps when you said that. So meaningful friendships.
Supportive.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, cross it out. Number 4, jealous. Don't want jealous. What do you guys want? Want jealous friends?
Supportive.
Supportive. Love that word. Goosebumps again.
Mhm.
Supportive.
I love that we can hear you crossing it out too.
Right?
Yes.
Extra aggression in there.
Yeah. Hell out of my life. Okay, number 5. Fear-based. We don't want fear-based. What do we want?
Joy, love.
Joyful, peaceful,
Mm-hmm.
Enthusiastic. Uplifting.
uplifting.
High vibe.
High vibe, yes.
Great.
Mhm.
Number 6, we don't want negative friends.
That's for Griselda, so I don't know if she can answer.
We don't want negative friends.
Yeah.
What do you want?
See if she does.
Yes.
I think we know, but
Yeah, we know, yes.
Okay.
we want positive.
We want
loving,
positive.
compassionate, good people.
Yes. Positive, passion.
Positivity.
Yes. Okay. Great. And I also would like one thing for me, I think it's honest too. I would put like, if I
Honest.
had one for 7, I would put honest. So that
Yes.
we don't, because we can't always be like, oh, so blah,
No.
blah. But like when you're
A
down,
genuine, kind, honest, though. 'Cause
genuine,
there's
kind,
people-
honest. That's right.
Yeah.
That's it. I always say, tell the truth, but with grace and love, right? Like we want honest, but loving. Honest, but loving.
Yes, honest and kind.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
great.
Mhm.
So now you've gone over here. Now, if this is I put this on a special kind of cardboard paper so that you could see it for the teaching. But what you do with the actual paper is once you're done, is then you fold it over and you'll only keep the clarity and you keep it somewhere where you can see it. And then we're going to move into step 2 and step 3. But who wants to read out just as we're reading out, because what the universe is doing is it's responding to our words and our thoughts. So as you're even reading these words out, we're sending it out into the universe. So just, Paul, read out the qualities
Okay. Accepting.
for your ideal soul tribe. Okay.
Okay.
Accepting, understanding.
Understanding. Okay, I'm sorry. Trying to decipher the hieroglyphs.
He doesn't accept my writing.
But
He
I'm-
loves it unconditionally.
I'm being honest. I'm being honest. Loving friends, meaningful friendships, supportive, joyful, peaceful, uplifting, positive, passionate, honest, but kind and loving.
Do you just hearing him say that, don't you feel uplifted just hearing those words?
Mhm.
I know I do. I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel that, oh, that's what I want. So this is such a great tool to help you get clear when you're like, well, I don't know what I want. Do this exercise. It will help you. I promise you it will change your life. So now we know what we want. Step 2 is, who remembers what step 2 is?
Give it
Actually, your
focus.
vibration.
Yes, sorry.
What did you
Give
say?
it focus.
Give it focus.
Focus. Yay!
We have it.
Oh my
A
God!
student on the
Yes! Yes!
We'll send you the gold star. later.
Bonus points.
Yes, we do.
All right. Anyway, okay. Come on. Okay. So, yes. So, step 2 is you got to give it focus, which means you've got to be in the vibration of it. Like that like you were talking about before. So one of the ways to be in the vibration of it would be to start looking at online communities that, and here in your own community, I was listening to that video by Maston Kipp again, who's talking about how to find your soul tribe too. He just put out this video a few days before, which I thought was interesting. And he was saying, well, in your own community, like, where do these kind of people hang out? They go to yoga studios, they go to I started going to meetup.com, and I started going to law of attraction meetups. I started going to Eckhart Tolle groups. I started going to, those are where you find those. And then then I started my own group. The idea popped into my mind. That's the benefit of being with like-minded people, is you get inspired. And I got inspired to start my own group here in the West End of Vancouver. And I met a lot of friends through that. So different kind of groups. So, and that's one way of being in it. So that's practical ways of like, okay, well, seek those people out. Where do those people go? It starts with online. That's it. If you're too shy, start online and just be in the vibration of it. You will attract that to you.
Yes. One additional tool you can use as well is the power of affirmations, because it can also, help you somehow, remind yourself that you are deserving and you're worthy of, drawing those people to you. So one way you can really look, through different materials, but one affirmation you could be using is, every day in every way, I keep attracting, my soul tribe, or I keep drawing, my joy tribe. You can, somehow, trick it, to your own needs. But it's affirmations do work. They really do work. So when they're coming from a place of sincerity, when you're really, affirming this, affirming that statement, coming from a place of love, but also honesty, because I promise you, there's nothing more fulfilling in your life to be surrounding the people that love you, people that uplift you, and people that truly support you. We are all in this together, and no one ever did something on their own in their life. They were always supported. They always had assistance, and it's not a weakness to realize that, you do need assistance, you do need help, you do need support. Many of us have been conditioned or brought up with that idea, like, if you're successful, or when you're truly successful, it means that you did on your own, or you had to fight and you had to struggle. No, all of us, have always been supported, one way or the other. And the greatest people or the people that achieved great things, if you will, had always, been supported and assisted by others. All of them will tell you that. So it is never a sign of weakness or failure, if you need help and assistance, because that's part of the universe. We are all interconnected. We're all in this together. So, don't fear. I'm sorry. Don't fear, because sometimes you can also have subconsciously that fear that, if you're asking help, if you're asking for support, that means that there's something wrong with you. So you need to address as well, that emotions, because sometimes it's there, and that could prevent you from truly drawing to you, those people that are there to love you and support you.
Yeah. And I just want to say, again, your job is to mind your own vibration. What happened with me and one of my relationships, a bit of fear that came in there, I started to get sucked into that. And so I was allowing myself to match that fear-based, and I got sucked into that. And it's like, no, I woke up this morning, got so clear. I want love. I want loving communications. My job is to be there. And that person may rise with me or may not. But my job is, like Louise Hay said, I will not be sucked into the mud with you, but I will lift you up. But that's our job, is to choose how we want to feel. And I wanted to share one quick story. I love this story so much. It's a really, it really sort of really sets in stone that story of minding your own vibration, or that tip of minding your own vibration. Iyanla Vanzant, we all know Iyanla Vanzant.
Yes, we do.
We love Miss Iyanla Vanzant. And she was coaching a woman who called in, I don't know from where, Afghanistan or Iran or something, and said, Iyanla, I want a divorce from my husband, but in my country, wherever this country is, the divorce can only be decided by the man. I mean, sounds crazy, right? But there are countries like that. So she's like, what do I do? I want a divorce. My husband is like abusive. And so she goes, well, what I want you to do for the next 40 days is I want you to write a love letter to yourself as if it was coming from your ideal partner. So I love you. You are beautiful. Like giving yourself everything that he doesn't give you, basically. And write a love letter to yourself and then mail it. So not only are you in the vibration when you're writing it, but then you also, when you get the mail back, you also get to read it. So she did this for 40 days. And then she wrote it. And then when she got getting all the letters back, about day 30, her husband came to her and said, you know what? I'm giving you your divorce.
Wow.
And she said, what? How am I getting this divorce? And he said, I found one of your love letters. There was one that wasn't signed. He said, you've obviously met somebody else and I cannot compete with that kind of love. So I wish you well.
Wow.
That's really
She didn't do anything except get clear
Yes. Yes.
on the vibration she wanted for herself.
Yeah.
And that affects everything in the outer world.
Well, she did something. That's
what I mean.
Yeah, she did put that focus.
So she didn't try to fight with him. She stayed in that high vibration. Yes. And he said, I couldn't compete with that kind of love. He wasn't a vibrational match. So that's what happens is the people who are not a vibrational match will slip away.
Yes.
And then she apparently 6 weeks later, she met a man that was a vibrational man who was really, a mirror to the love she has decided that she wanted to give and receive. So I just wanted to share that with y'all.
Yes. And again, through the act of writing, she really affirmed, that she affirmed, what she wanted and what she felt, how it would make her feel. And again, what we learn about the law of attraction is that the universe matches your vibration, right? So the universe, in essence, your reality is always a mirror of how you feel. Not about what you think, but how you feel. Why? Because a feeling is a vibration. And everything is vibration in our universe. Everything is energy and everything is vibration. So, and that's why, it is important that whenever you write down the affirmation, whenever you identify what is it that you want, what I would urge you to do is to always ask yourself, how do you want to feel? Not how do you want to think, how do you want to feel? Because that is what you will draw to yourself. What you feel, because the feeling is in your heart. And what you draw to yourself is really that the matching vibration of that feeling, that pulsation, within. And so many times, people say, okay, I want $1 million, I want the big car, I want the perfect ideal relationship, or I want this happening in my life, this situation, or this or that. That is fine, but behind that desire, there is a feeling that you are looking for. And that's what you need to ask yourself, how do I want to feel? And when you say to the universe, I want to feel a certain way, then the universe will bring to you, that which you need, that's going to make you feel, the way you want to feel. Which is why, in my own humble opinion, all of us want to feel, say it loud, joy. Right?
Where's your fan?
Yeah, so, it's not there, but you know what? However, what I can say is I can show my book, which is Sacred Joy, Remembering Who You Really Are. And in that book, I really explain, in essence that, before and until you truly realize or identify what is it that you truly want, you'll keep losing yourself in all those objects, in a sense, or all those situations, hoping that, they will basically give you what you need. But ultimately, what we are looking for is that feeling, And for me, it is not evasive. It is not something where you feel high one day and you feel low the other day. No, it is something way more profound than that. It is a connectedness to what for me is what I call the joy essence. You can call it your soul. You can call it your higher self. You can call it your God self. You can call it whatever you want. But it is that part of you that is always there no matter what. That is always there no matter what. And of course, it is a process. Of course, you will gradually, bring more and more depth to that connection. And that connection is for me, in essence, composed of feeling grounded, feeling present, being in the now. It's a feeling of openness. You're truly open to what is happening in life. And at times it can be extremely hard because there are many things we don't want to happen. We don't want to have, we don't want to feel loss of a friendship, loss of someone in our life. And yet life keeps changing over and over, so loss is part of life. Death is part of life, And the third part is what I called honoring awareness, which is to honor who you are, which is to respect who you are, which is to realize that you also have the ability to take action, which is what we are doing here with that second step, which is, bring focus on whatever you want to achieve, right? I mean, of course, you need to identify your desire, but you also need to act upon it, You can't just be, go and sit in a cave, cross legs, thinking that, whatever you want will just come to your lap. So you have to act upon that. And we all can, we all can do it to the best of our abilities, obviously, And yes, and I would say that, and that's one of the steps that is hard for many of us is courage. At some point you need to have courage to walk through your fears. And it is, of course, a process. You can't get, you want to do, generally speaking, you want to take baby steps, right? And that's something you've been mentioning. Yeah. That you don't want to go from point A to point Z. It is really a process, and it's essential to be kind with yourself.
Yes.
To have compassion with yourself, knowing that in essence, you've done everything by identifying your desire and bringing your focus.
My floor people are here, but okay, maybe we can open up to questions if anyone has any questions.
Sure. Okay. So, I would say again that, first of all, as we say, identifying your desire, right? Yes. Bringing the focus. And what is the first step?
Wow.
The first step is
allowing.
Right, allowing.
I just want to say one thing. My floor people are here, but I want to say, Mirdu, if you want to send us your address, I'm going to send you a Vibe Reset pin. Good student. And a little note from Spirit to you. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. So, wonderful. So, would you like to add something, Sarah?
I feel it's a journey, and really honoring who you are and finding who you are. And we talk a lot about our soul tribe. We do actually have, going back to our angels and our guides, that's also a tribe we can connect to. So in moments we feel alone and that no one's there, there is always someone there.
Absolutely.
Our guardian angels and guides, depending on who you resonate best with. And
yes,
and that's something that has helped me through times of loneliness or people not really understanding me,
yes.
and just connecting there, and there they are. So
yes, exactly. Yes, and that's a powerful. Go ahead.
I feel the message, especially with what happened a few days ago as well. I just wanted to kind of reiterate that is unity, is connecting everyone together, and knowing that we all are one, and we should all love one another as we are. And even if we're trying to find our groups and our soul team that is ours, ultimately still having that love for everybody else as they are too. So
beautiful.
Yes, absolutely. And that's the thing, is that we in that first step, which is allowing, it is also to truly remember that life loves us.
Yeah.
And that even though at times it doesn't always look like that.
I know, yeah.
You know, we are always supported, and we're never alone. And that's why, you know, as you will grow on your spiritual path, you will realize that, you know, all of us, you know, are being guided, and that is, you know, in essence what Sarah, you know, shares with her gifts, is to know that there is always that team, that wonderful, you know, non-physical team
To help
that
us
is,
too.
yes, that is around us, that is always guiding us. If and only, you know, again, we would ask, you know, for that guidance to show us the way. And what's essential and critical, and I really, really would love for you to realize that at any given moment, you have the power to decide what is it that you want to do, where is it that you want to go, which is why your power always lies in the present moment, always. And that also means that assistance, that guidance that you have is and only an assistance, which means that they are not there to push you, to force you, to tell you what to do or not to do. They are simply and merely suggesting, you know, what would be in your highest interest, you know, given their set of circumstances, you know, in that situation, in that moment, because reality always keeps changing all the time. So that's why I would love for you know, the listeners, because I felt in that trap at some point, thinking that my guide always knew better what to do, or that, you know, that somehow there was that sort of holy grail assistance, you know, that would know what would be the best thing for me. Well, all they can do is to offer assistance, offer suggestions, you know, on, you know, what would be, you know, the best outcome. But at the end of the day, we are the one who are choosing, you know, where we want to go, you know, which direction we want to take. So it's very important to realize that guidance is always there to really bring you that love and unconditional support and unconditional assistance, you know, because even if you decide not to go or not to choose what will be for your highest good or highest interest in that situation, they're still going to be there. They're still going to love you. They're still going to go support you, you know, to help you to go, you know, to where you actually and eventually want to go. Would you like to say something about that, Sarah?
Yeah, I mean, they're just, you know, non-judgmental. They love you. They see your pure you. And even in moments where we feel like we've failed or made mistakes, they don't see it that way, you know. And even if we do, you know, an inch of, you know, moving forward, they celebrate that. So it's just important for us to celebrate that too. And the biggest thing they always say is we're so hard on ourselves, you know. We want so much to move so quickly, and it doesn't need to be that way.
That is so true. That is so true.
And I do want to say too, I think that's Jessica on the line too. So I have my full tribe here today, so that's pretty cool.
Oh,
everyone is,
Thank you, Jessica, for joining.
I just wanted to know that was pretty miraculous.
So if there's any question today, do you have any question? Mirdu, do you have any question? Griselda or Jessica, do you have any question? No?
Right.
Okay. So,
no, I'm good. Thank you.
I love your ginger hair.
I will say that this was a practice I did when I was looking to move into my own place, was listing out all of the qualities for the landlord I wanted.
Yeah.
And I was really specific because I have a pit bull dog and people are really weird about that. And I wanted somebody who could be really kind and understanding because I was also going through a divorce at the time. And pretty much everything that I had written down, I was able to get in the landlord that I found.
Awesome.
Really cool. Yeah, he's an older gentleman, but he's super nice and kind and always, you know, very understanding. And so it worked out really well to be in a place where I was healing through my own journey and having that energy around that made me feel supported.
That's
wonderful.
so awesome.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Very good.
So, the tradition somehow has been that Sarah Love, that'll be you, just draw some cards for us. So
Yes. So I brought the Ascended Masters and the Goddess deck.
yes, okay. Take it away.
I'll see what. Okay, I'm going to do it based on. Okay, I'll pull one for Griselda first.
Mhm.
The Goddess deck is calling for her. Or should I do it for the whole group, or what do you guys think?
Whatever you feel like it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What time? How much time we got?
8 minutes, whatever you want.
8 minutes. All right, I'll do fast pulls for everybody. Okay, so Griselda, she got Sedna Infinite Supply. You're supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. And the biggest thing that I'm gathering with that is the abundance and just knowing that you're protected and you're safe and really just bringing in those feelings of joy and happiness, because that's more important right now versus am I protected, am I safe, because they're like, we've got that part for you.
Yes.
So, then we'll do redo. The Ascended Master deck is calling for you.
Oh, I like that.
All right. So you got El Moria, clear and shield your energy. And I really like working with him.
Amoria, yes.
You can also work with him. It feels like healing of the heart as well. And then also just the cleansing of any negative energies that are coming in, but especially around your heart center. And then also they're showing solar plexus. So allowing your true self to shine, but really honoring yourself first and then allowing it to shine out after. And then the Goddess deck is coming in for Jessica. So let's see here. All right, and then you got Rhiannon, Sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. She is riding a unicorn.
Yay!
And then they're just showing tools and magic abound, and really listening to that side of yourself and allowing it to unfold. It feels like it almost feels like a fairy tale book unfolding. So really allowing that energy to flow through. And then
Sounds good.
I love unicorns.
And Paul, you got oh, go ahead.
Nope, that's it.
Oh, okay. And then Paul here, let's see what you got.
Ascended Masters or Goddess?
Yeah, Ascended Masters. Do you want to do Goddess?
No. I was pretty sure it was going to be Ascended Masters.
Yeah, they called, but I can switch it over if you like. All right. Oh, wow, you're going to laugh. Of course, you always get this card.
Oh! High five.
Power of Joy, Maitreya. Okay, so he's saying you are a teacher. Stand in your wisdom, stand in your joy. And you know the rest, it's in your heart.
I love you, Sarah Love.
I love you too, darling. All right. What should I do? Okay, Jamie, you're getting the Goddess deck, so. They're good ladies. They'll treat you good.
I love the Goddess.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is beautiful. Kuan Yin, one of my favorites, compassion. Leave judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. Beautiful.
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 That's it.
That's
My
it.
own vibration.
Yeah, compassion.
Love it.
I love
and
her. I love
Sarah,
Kuan Yin.
how do people, for those, I think everyone knows, but
Yes.
for those who are watching the rebroadcast perhaps, and they want to get a reading with you, how do people get in touch with you?
Yeah, so just visit my website, sarahloveangels.com. No H on Sarah, thank you.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
can post it there too, and just send me, an email through my website, and then we'll get in contact from there.
Yes. And just to let you know that Sarah and I will be starting a webinar,
Yes.
How to Access Your Joy Essence, starting from June 9th. And this is going to be a 6 weeks program.
29.
Yes, where the two of us will let you work and get and delve deeper into how to find your life purpose, how to find your highest joy, and how to identify your blockages and what in essence is yes, impeding you to truly live your true desires and true dreams. So it's going to be a very very beautiful webinars, and we'll be basically, not only giving you tools, but also work with your spirit team to help you identify how to access your joy essence. June 29th is going to be the kickoff date.
Great, awesome, cool.
Mm-hmm. So we've got 3 minutes left. The tradition of the show as well is to close off with a guided meditation, so we can integrate all those beautiful messages we've received today. So I would love for either Sarah Love or Jamie McNiven Smith to guide us. So I don't know, you guys pick.
What are you saying there, Jamie?
I heard Sarah too, but
we got 3 minutes. Let's get relaxed. All right, close your eyes. All right, so let's get centered within our bodies. So just do the belly breathing. So inhale, expanding your belly. And then exhale, contracting your belly. And then we're just going to go and do another one. Inhale. And then exhale. And really focusing within your body, within the present moment. Then continue the belly breathing. And we're just going to be staying here, present, and feeling our body, feeling our head, down through our neck, down through our torso. Truly honoring who we are, where we are, and loving ourselves unconditionally. Moving the energy down, going through your arms, and then through the rest of your torso, and then down through your legs. And knowing in this moment you are whole, you are complete, you are worthy of everything you desire. All your dreams come in for you because they are attainable. You are worthy of them. You will receive them. Just ask and it will be received. Honor yourself. Honor all that you do. And know with time, with compassion in your heart, all will be received. And then go ahead and breathe that in. Then give yourself a big hug internally. Then as you give yourself this love, let's go ahead and give this love to the world that needs it right now too. Expanding that love outwardly to all beings, to all of Earth, the animals, the trees. Everyone and everything needs this love right now.
Yes.
And then go ahead and bring energy back into yourself and then open up your eyes.
Beautiful.
Sarah.
Thank you.
And just also for those of you who are watching, and we'd love to hear your comments on Facebook, what you took away from today's show. If you watched, those of you who joined us live, or those of you who are watching the rebroadcast, please share your comments, what you took away from the show, and also please share the show with those who may need it as well.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Yes. Because the world needs joy, people.
Yeah.
And after what
We'd
happened
love for
2
you
days
to-
ago in Orlando, we truly realize, that, this is not a world thing. We truly need to realize that, we're all human beings. We're all in this together. We're all connected. And we need to remember that, being human beings starts to have an open heart and realize that, you know, we're all connected. So thanks for joining us today.
In the meantime, until
Yeah.
next Tuesday, keep it light, keep it simple, keep it
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, baby. Okay. Thank you for joining.
Bye.
Bye.
See
See
you
you next Tuesday. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, girls.